Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where we're going to take a look at Beatrix, who is going to be getting her rework and her brand new FR weapon. Not only that, but we also have Lightning, who is going to be getting her rework as well as a part of the upcoming release of Beatrix Intersecting Worlds event. We're going to go over what changes they got, and I'm going to let you guys know whether or not you should actually pull for any of these characters in the upcoming banners that are dropping for said event. So, do let me know down in the comment section below what your guys' plan is going to be, if you are going to be pulling for any of these characters or are going to be passing up for another character coming down the line. Let me know down in the comment section below. And of course, if you guys enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Hey, thank you to all of my YouTube members for further supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys greatly for all of the support that you have generously provided to me and my family for the year of 2022. If you're interested in becoming a member and further supporting the channel, you can click the link in the description below or hit the join button for details on how to join. And a shout out to one's own adversary, Sense DB and Maverick, for the continuous support. So we'll first start off with Beatrix Rework. So her skill 1 gains 1 use. It now deals 3 HP attacks with Brave Potency increase and recovers 30% Brave based on the HP damage dealt. Her skill 2 gains 4 uses. Her Thunder Slash deals a 5 hits AoE Thunder Magic Brave plus a single target HP attack 2 times with Brave Potency increase. The Plus version deals a single target HP attack 3 times that increases party's Brave by 30% of the HP damage dealt. Her EX passive adds a 20% Brave damage up, totaling 80%. All versions of her EX gains Brave Potency increase. Her Sworn General buff adds a 20% attack up, totaling 60%, and a 20% party Brave gains up. Now, at the start of the wave, she inflicts these Rose Petal debuff to all enemies for 4 turns. Her Noble Loyalty buff gains a 20% stolen and gained max Brave Overflow up, totaling 40%. Her LD ability deals an AoE HP attack 4 times that gains Brave Potency increase, recovers 50% Brave in between HP attacks, and extends the Rose Petal debuff to 8 turns. Now her Rose Petal's follow-up attack increases Brave gain to 30% of max Brave, then deals 3 HP attacks with 20% splash and recovers 50% Brave in between the HP attacks. Her debuff adds a 10% HP damage resist down. Now with Snow as a partner, Beatrix FR dispels all buffs from the enemies, then deals an AoE HP attack 3 times that deals split HP damage. It grants the defense up and HP regen buffs to the party for 12 turns. While active, when the party has 12 or more total buffs, the party gains a 20% HP damage and HP damage cap up. Now her FR conditions are as follows: a 5% increase whenever the teammate except for Beatrix uses a Thunder ability, which also includes off-turn damage. A 20% increase whenever Beatrix uses a Thunder ability, which also includes off-turn damage. And a 30% increase whenever a teammate's turn passes with 12 or more party buffs. Now with Lightning, her skill 1 gains 4 uses. Her Spark Strike deals 3 HP attacks that recovers 50% Brave after each HP attack based on the damage dealt. The Plus version gains more Brave Potency. Now, while her Ravager buff is at level 2, her Flourish of Steel Plus is able to reset the target's break status, then deals 3 HP attacks that recovers 50% Brave in between HP attacks based on the damage dealt. Her skill 2 gains 4 uses. It deals 3 HP attacks that recovers 50% Brave after each HP attack based on the damage dealt. The Plus version gains more potency. While her Commando buff is at level 2, her Spark Strike Plus ability resets the target's break status, then deals 3 HP attacks that recovers 50% Brave in between HP attacks based on damage. Now her EX passive adds a 30% Brave damage up, totaling 80%, a 40% Brave gains up, and a 40% stolen / gained max Brave overflow up. When using her Army of 1 and the Plus version, it deals 6 HP attacks that gains more potency, recovers 50% Brave in between HP attacks based on the damage, and extends her Knight of Etro buff to 8 turns. Her LD now deals a single target HP attack 5 times that gains more potency and recovers 50% brave in between HP attacks based on the damage. Her overhead adds a 20% stolen brave damage up, and when breaking or attacking a broken target, adds a 20% stolen brave damage up and a 20% party brave damage up. So let's talk about whether or not you should pull for any of these characters. So we're going to start off with the smallest character, which is Yang. Yang, follow-up attacker. He is able to trigger his follow-up attacks on your teammate's turn and even on the enemy's turn as well. So he does have a little bit of a brave control, a little bit, just depending on like what's going on in the fight and whatnot. But I mean, to have the follow-ups trigger even after the enemy's turn is actually a nice add-on to any follow-up attacker. And the other thing really to mention about him is going to be that he does have good party auras, and that is via his LD buff. So he provides the party with melee attack up, range attack up, gain, and stolen max brave overflow up. And he also prevents the party from getting broken, which can actually be pretty useful depending on said Shinryu fight that you go up against. So overall, decent follow-up attacker. I would say he's actually not a bad follow-up attacker, just depending on like if you already have follow-up attackers, and I think you'll be fine with not having to chase for another one. Now for Beatrix, I do think that she is a great third slot unit. She does provide a good amount of utility, a good amount of support to the party, and she can actually be pretty annoying towards the enemy. So she is able to dispel buffs, enemy buffs to be exact. She has a good follow-up attack that does provide battery to the party, and she is also able to dispel a buff depending on which enemy it is that she is targeting. So a very good follow-up attack and a good counter attack at that. She provides a good party aura, so she does have offensive and defensive party auras, which I can appreciate. When it comes to those defensive auras though, I will say that most of her defensive auras is going to be focused on just reducing incoming brave damage. Now when it comes to HP damage, she does provide a buff after she uses her EX ability. Then her HP command does change to a different ability, which I believe is called Holy Safeguard, and whenever you use that, it does grant a buff to the party, which reduces all incoming HP damage by 100%. So that can actually be really good. And if you know that the enemy is about to hit you with a nasty HP attack that you could potentially not be able to reduce, and having Beatrix on the team with that HP command ready to be used before you actually get destroyed, it can actually come in handy. Which is why I say that she is like overall, like she is a very good like third slot unit, because she has a pretty good amount of utility within her kit. She has solid damage. I can definitely appreciate the damage output that she has within her kit. Her FR definitely excels for off-turn usage in my opinion. So, and especially if you do know that the enemy is going to be constantly buffing themselves, or they're going to be if they're going to buff themselves during certain times of said fight, then having Beatrix on the team would be really good to have overall. But I do think that for her FR, it's definitely more lenient toward herself, because whenever she uses off-turn damage, she actually does gain a higher HP damage bonus. So it's definitely going to benefit Beatrix a whole lot more than anybody else, which doesn't mean that you can't use other off-turn damage. As long as they are enchanted with thunder, then you'll be good to go. You will still gain that 5% increase with everybody else. And then when it comes to the total party buffs being at 12 or more, do remember that Beatrix is able to provide 2 party buffs, if I'm not mistaken, to the entire party. So that is going to be a total of 6. And then if anything, you can always use call abilities to be able to grant yourselves more buffs. Also, you also got to consider that whatever character it is that you are using, more than likely they are probably going to have a buff for themselves, which will add to the total buff count. So yeah, that the last condition will be easy to meet. So overall, do I think Beatrix FR, is it worth chasing for? If you already have off-turn damage, I would probably say you can hold off on her FR, but if you do want a character that can actually benefit from that off-turn damage and at the same time be able to control the enemy's buffs, able to battery and all that good stuff, and have some overall like good utility, I would say Beatrix FR it would actually be a pretty good pickup. Her FR can actually be pretty useful for a Shinryu fight that is going to be happening during Anniversary, where the boss is actually going to be consistently granting themselves buffs, and Beatrix with her FR can actually like straight up destroy that fight pretty easily. If I remember correctly, I don't believe that doesn't have like any type of like elemental lockouts or anything like that. So Beatrix would actually be a really solid choice. Even though I did not use her FR for that fight, I actually relied on a different character's FR. Just having her in general in the team like made that fight so much easier, especially with the boss mechanics that fight had. Like it was actually quite annoying. But no, overall though, like I mentioned, like, you know, either of the two options, depending on like where you stand right now with the roster of characters, I would say Beatrix is overall a very solid character to snag. And finally for Lightning, now I'm gonna keep this one short. Lightning, delayer, and a turn hogger. She is able to. I mean, she just straight up loves turns. Like it's when you are using Lightning, it's all about her, and that's about it. So everybody else can go screw themselves, because like Lightning is stepping up to the plate, and she is literally turn hogging, and she does that very, very well. I will say though, overall though, even with the rework that she actually did get, in JP, when she actually got this rework, I decided to BT plus her, just because like I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. I also wanted to have an opportunity to be able to use Lightning now that she got her force enhancements and whatnot, to be able to see how she actually stands in current Shinryu at the time. And I will say that, yeah, you might be able to use Lightning, or you would be able to use Lightning in probably the next like few Shinryu fights. And I said like 1 or 2, but other than that, because of the fact that a lot of these upcoming Shinryu fights from now on are going to start increasing, especially now that FR Echo is about to drop in global during Anniversary or towards the end of Anniversary. Yeah, Lightning actually does fall off because of the fact that these enemies are going to start gaining a whole bunch of HP. Like their HP values are going to increase by a whole bunch, just because of the fact that FR Echo literally breaks the game. Like it's literally that freaking insane. And the thing is though, like with Lightning being a turn hogger and whatnot, like to be able to prep her to use whoever's FR ability that you are thinking about using, like she will be able to like burn through that FR so quickly. It's insane. And the thing is though, like she really doesn't have like the damage to back her up on the potential that she could actually take control of while the FR is active, or take advantage of while whatever FR it is that you have active. So I would say like, yes, you might be able to use it here and probably the next few Shinryu fights, but I'm gonna be honest with you, she is not going to be a strong future investment. I would honestly recommend that you would not green her unless she is a favorite, and unless you are planning to potentially use over 2 FRs depending on said fight. Then I would highly suggest to save your BT mats or your force stones or fragments and use them for a much stronger character that'll be coming out later down the line. If anything though, if you do decide that you actually want to use her, I would recommend that you pair her up with off turner, seeing as how she is a turn hogger. Then it would be best to actually pair her up with some very strong off turners. So, and yeah, that's my honest opinions on her. I know that when she released in JP, I thought otherwise, but after the whole changes and everything started happening, yeah, that my opinions did a complete 360. So, but other than that though, guys, that's pretty much gonna be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and of course, if you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, and a big thank you to all of my members as well for the continued support. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.